You got multi-tone glasses there, Geordie.
You have to see my selection over there. Crazy.
He's got a million of them.
Just crazy.
Hang on, someone's knocking on the door. One sec.
Look at him. Oh, so we have some Ingas here. We'll be right with you. We're just about to go live.
So maybe, but if we have a no turnout, can we talk about your story and how you got started? And
Awesome. Are we good to go?
okay, we are going live now. 3, 2, 1. We are live.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Play It Live. This is Mitch, Jordy, Corky here. We are live in Facebook and on Zoom with you. And we want to welcome you no matter what time zone you're in. Thanks for being here. My name is Mitch. My business partner over there is Jordy. Corky is one of our team coaches. And we are here to tell you a little bit about us. And today, Jordy and I discussed that we wanted to really have a theme. And it is really about the way life is and the way life should be. You know, so just to give you a quick history of who I am, and if you don't know or have seen any of our lives before, I'm a 47-year-old dad of 3 from Montreal, Canada, and been an entrepreneur all my life. Problem was that many years ago, I knew that I hated working for other people, so I decided to start my own business, and that put me working 12 to 15-hour days, 7 days a week for many years, and I couldn't figure out how to stop chasing the money, stop chasing income, and live a life that I was a little bit happier with. So I was stuck just constantly on a wheel, trying to build businesses and earn more money to support the family. Really wasn't happy, was overweight, angry, and once I made a decision about 2 years ago in having a conversation with Jordy that I wanted to change my life, we decided to start an online business together, be affiliates of an amazing education system that has taught us how to live a more fulfilling life in all aspects of life, mind, body, and spirit. And with that, I will gladly introduce my business partner and best friend, Jordy, who I love to get out and play at life with. And he'll do a quick introduction. Then we'll share with you how it is that we can help you find that kind of lifestyle.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. The reason I'm dressed like this in costume today is that this is not my costume. This is actually how I feel today. And that's what Mitch was trying to tell you guys. You know, I was born an artist. I'm a creative. And I grew up in a community with a social background of high achievers. Everybody had their own business or was becoming a professional. I went to a private school with other kids who were becoming professionals, and I was the artist. And I wanted to play, and I wanted to run, and I wanted to draw and paint and create and write music and act in the play. and do all those things. You know, not really dissect frogs in biology with all the other to-be doctors. So when I wouldn't, my teacher sent me out of class because I wasn't following the rules and not dissecting the animals because I didn't have the heart to take apart living creatures. And, you know, so I failed biology, and that's where it all started. And I'm telling you that story because I'm sure many people share in that. They were born as a beautiful soul, you know, feeling full of love and playfulness and purpose. And along the way, everybody told us what we can't do. Okay, so then I had to get a degree. I had to, you know, go to university. I had to either become a professional or run my own business. So I chose the one that was more fun and more challenging, just like Mitch. You know, I started my own business right out of school after I got my degree, actually. So I did both. And, you know, it was all a roller coaster ride from there because nobody taught me how to run a business. They just told me that I had to run a business. And money was the driver, but I wasn't so interested in money. I wanted to create things. So I had a cabinet business and we started doing built-ins and furniture and all. And I loved designing and doing all the amazing things, but it was about money. And all of a sudden our company wasn't making any money. It was making such gorgeous things. We were the talk of the town, but we weren't making any money. So we weren't successful, you know, but I was successful because I was living the first stage in my dream. So, you know, eventually in my story, similar to Mitch's story, I became very unfulfilled. I knew there had to be more. I actually went through a very, very tough depression years later after trying to reinvent myself and reinvent my business so many times over. At this point in my journey, I'm not young and working around the clock and single. I am married with 2 children. I am now, and I was at that point in my story a few years back. And I fell into this very, very deep depression because life had to be more fun. It couldn't be stressful like this. I didn't get to watch my kids grow up. I was trying to figure out, still years later, how to make my business run. And, you know, and it was actually at that point a business that I didn't want to be running. But I felt like that's the only thing I knew because that's the only thing I had been doing for over 20 years. So how does one all of a sudden shift gears and do something new? So strangest thing happened. One day I went online and clicked on a link on the internet. I spend lots of time. I'm a YouTube junkie. I love watching all kinds of motivational, inspirational stuff, listening to speakers. You know, I figured out how to balance my life in many aspects. I started yoga. I started doing hot yoga, which I'm in love with. It's a part of my world and my life now. Lots of water sports, skiing, mountain biking, kiteboarding, all these things that became my new passions. You know, spending time with my family, so I found balance. Finally, I learned how to put balance in my life, okay? And certain things Mitch and I are going to start in the upcoming weeks sharing with you guys how to have balance in your life, because that's where it all starts. And I'm serious, so I'll get rid of the funny glasses. But that was the point, that you're supposed to be you. Okay, so all of a sudden at that point in my life that I knew that I was able to be me, you know, I didn't have to be someone else, and I had all this balance and fulfillment. Now I was ready for my purpose, you know, my passion, where I fit in. It wasn't about money anymore. Now it was about this purpose. What am I going to do with the next 20, 30, 40 years of my life? And I love people, so I wanted to give back to people and inspire and motivate people. Okay, so like I was saying in my story, I went online and clicked on a link and found this wonderful community who did 2 things. Gave me purpose, passion, belonging, part of something bigger than myself, a journey, learning not just tools in a new industry that I'll get to in a second, but you know, all kinds of amazing mindset stuff combined with it. So it was kind of like a full package. You know, a bunch of people working together towards our purpose. And it's not just to be digital marketers, you know, and it's not just to have your own business, online business or otherwise. It's to really find your purpose, your passion, you know, and learn how to take the steps towards that and build that for yourself. Whether you're doing it for yourself, for someone else, as a team with other people who share the same vision, the same mission, the same passion. So we started learning all of these skills. I started learning all of these skills, which were amazing, okay? And learned how to, again, I come from, like I said, I come from a family of, there's 5 family businesses in our family, you know, my 2 brothers and each of my parents. So I guess I was still born with that. So at this point, that is still the way I like to do it. And, you know, and it's not for everybody, but it's so challenging and so amazing. And I had no idea that at this point, I'm 52 years old, that starting 2 years ago, I could reskill, learn a whole bunch of new stuff, you know, on this computer that I'm talking to you guys on, that usually I thought just my kids and young people were able to do, but an old guy like me can hop on the computer and simply make a few websites and pages and YouTube videos and fun stuff like that. And now I could share messages to everybody around planet Earth who shares a common vision and mission and outlook of the world and how it should be, like I do, and like Mitch does, and like Cordelia does, and this community that we met. So all we're simply doing is sharing that with you guys and, you know, wondering at the same time, who are you? I was the guy, you know, behind the funny glasses. Okay, but what mask are you guys hiding behind? Who are you? Who were you born as? And are you being that person? Are you living as that person? Is what we're really wondering. And most people simply think, oh, I can't be that person. I don't know how to be that person. It's too late in life. I don't have the skills. I don't have the money. You know, so that's the conversation I believe we're having. And back to you, Mitch.
And going, okay, thanks, Judith. That was awesome. And just to let you know, guys, we're all live here. So if you have any questions, just shoot it. There's a little link that you could chat with us or raise your hand if you have your video on, or you can type in Facebook and we would gladly share with you, you know, for a few minutes and answer your questions. But just going back to what Jordy said, a lot of us suffer the problems of society, schools, parents telling you the way life should be, rather than the way life really is inside of you. I'll just share a quick story. When I was in my early 20s, I went traveling because I had the ability to do so. I was working in a family business, and I went to go traveling, and I started to pique my interest in other parts of the world and some of the fun things that I love to do. I went on the largest bungee jump in the world. I went whitewater rafting, and I really enjoyed that type of culture. And I called up my family and I said, you know what? I'm so happy that I found this, that I want to spend the next 6 months here. You know, I had saved up some money from working, and I'm going to spend some time exploring my life. And I was working for my mother at the time, and the message came back very simply. And she said to me, if you don't come back now, don't ever come back. You know, and that was really, really crushing for me. So it just, you know, reminded me of a whole bunch of things that I had gone through when I was younger. You know, being told by the school principal that I was not good enough, being told by everybody, you should be more like your brother, you should get better marks and stuff. And it just started to put me into a really, really bad place, an angry place. And then, like Jordy said, I went and met, you know, a beautiful young lady. And I thought by getting married and starting a family was going to make me happy. And although I love my family, and I'm still married 21 years later, 28 years together with my wife, and I'm an amazing father, I wasn't happy inside because I wasn't necessarily doing the things that I love to do. So, you know, fast forward now 30 years later and meeting Jordy and working in this system, what is it that I found? I found an opportunity that allowed me not only to build a business and a lifestyle, but allowed me to the way I wanted to. So by being able to tap back into my inner child and being able to tap into the things that I love to do, like biking, like going out and playing with my kids, like being able to have the ability in a half an hour from now, when I finish this call with you, I'm going to watch my son in a football tournament because I have the ability to do so. So I found a system that taught me, by building my life around the things that I love to do and build a business around it, it's given me the opportunity to do what I want when I want. So that's what we're trying to offer you guys. That's what we want to share with you. That's why we communicate with you, and that's why you signed up to our list. So what it is it's an education system that will teach you how to develop the things that you love to do around your lifestyle. We help you change all aspects of your life. You know, maybe it's the getting over a fear of, you know, stepping out of a cubicle or out of a job that you really don't like, and eventually finding something that's passionate. Are you able to do that tomorrow? No, but we teach you how, you know, step by step, to get out of that part of the rat race, or get out of that part of your life that you really don't like to be in, and start living the life that you truly want and deserve, and know for years, it could be deep down in your gut, that you wanted this and you believe that you can achieve it. Okay? Because if you just keep going and you follow the steps, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. You know, so, you know, myself, Jordy, even Corky, have been doing this, have been going through these steps, educating ourselves by masterminding with other people in the community, surrounding ourselves by other positive, like-minded people, staying away from the naysayers, staying away from people that negatively tell you you can't do this, you can't do that in life. You know, if Bill Gates had listened to all the people that told him he can't do it, he's a high school dropout and stuff, he wouldn't have built, you know, one of the largest companies in the world. Jeff Bezos, you know, was told that a bookstore would never be able to develop online, and now Amazon is the largest company in the world. You know, same thing with Apple. If all these people believed all the naysayers, as opposed to actually doing the hard work and believing in themselves, you know, life wouldn't be the way it is today. So I'm here, Jordy's here, Corky's here to help you. And we also have a coach named Yiska, who's here to help you see that we can show you that if you jump in and you look for yourselves, because no matter how much we tell you it's great for us, if you don't look yourself and check it out for yourself, you'll never know if this is right for you. It's completely risk-free to look out. You know, if you jump in and you sign up and you fill it out, you get meetings with a business coach. They show you, they walk you through the modules. There's a couple modules that you're going to watch, videos from Stuart and Jay, two of our mentors. And we share with you step by step and walk you through how to go about developing for yourself. So back to the program. Jordy's here, and he's going to share with you a little bit about how, you know, you can translate by stepping into the first module to develop that business for yourself. And then we're going to have questions. Maybe some of you want to come out and share with us, or ask us any questions, anything you want to ask us.
Were we talking about the module, or were we talking about, what was the point before we were talking about?
The point was that
I'm thinking so many things now. You had a lot of messages there for everybody, but I know we were talking about
the underlying, and you know what? Maybe we can pull out Rich and he can share too, because I don't know if you saw, but Rich Pennington is here.
I did see.
So I would love to say hello to him.
Now he's shaking in fear.
No, He's not. But if he wants to unmute himself, he can quickly share what we were trying to share with everybody, Jordy. And the underlying message is maybe that these people feel stuck in a life that they're being told the way they have to live versus the life that they want to live. And the message from us is, you know, you can live that lifestyle. You can live the life the way you want, not the way society has told you you have to live, you know. So someone like Rich, who has joined us not too long ago, realized that and took the chance, stepped in with us, you know, and has now started. And even though he's, you know, has to still work, he's a plumber, and he still has to work at, you know, his plumber job. He's doing the steps every day to advance himself, you know. And he sent me a message yesterday. I can't wait to come to Canada and have a pint of beer with you guys and share with you, you know, how it is that he's changed his life. And so much has changed for him, you know, in the last few months that he's been with us. Rich, you want to quickly share with everybody, or just unmute yourself? Hey, brother, how are you, man?
Yo, I'm good, brother. I'm all good. How are you?
Good. Great to see you. Thanks for
same,
being
man.
here.
No worries.
You had to give the Twitter version of, you know, being with Mitch and Jordy and being a part of the system, you know, the SFM community through the system, the modules, how it's still changed just in the beginnings for you.
Yeah, I mean, guys, like, I think if you got two choices, really, you either want to change your life or you don't. So if you carry on doing the same thing every single day, then you're going to be stuck in that same position. So it's kind of what Mitch was saying, really. If the best thing to do is take a look and, you know, see if it is for you or not. Because if you don't do that, you're never going to know. And that's why the SFM, they offer you 30 days money back guaranteed. If you're not happy with it, then you just say, look, I'll have my money back and see you later type thing, you know. So for me, guys, like, yeah, I'm not a millionaire, but I haven't been doing it long enough, you know. It takes a while. It's not get rich quick, you know. It's not even a business opportunity. It's an education for you to learn the skills to implement and, you know, take it wherever you want. You can go start any business you want online.
I love the way you said that. I love the way you said that. It's not just a business opportunity, or it's not even a business opportunity. It's an education. And that's the point. And that's why a few minutes ago when I asked Mitch what our original focus was today, just to get back to it, because it always seems like every week, and Rich, we'll get back to you in one quick sec, because what you were saying was beautiful. But every week we're coming on these calls, and I find that Mitch and I were having this discussion that I didn't want this meetup that we're all having. It's a get together with us to pick our brains, and you know, on one week one person comes out, on another week another person comes out, and we try to focus on a little bit of their story or our story or something. But really, we're not here to sell you guys something. That was the point. Okay, the point is that people like Mitch and I and Rich, you know, we're in this because we truly believe our lives are very, very special, and that everybody's life is very special. And all of you guys should be living that special life. Whether you buy, you know, whether you not buy, sorry, like, oh, terrible word. Whether you sign up for a program, follow a mentor, follow a teacher, enroll in classes somewhere, whatever it is, it's going to work for you guys. Do it. Take that first baby step and just do it. I was watching a video before, what was her name? Mel Robbins, okay? And her 5-second system. And the whole idea is whatever your gut tells you in the first 5 seconds, when you have one of those thoughts, one of those epiphanies, how your life could be better or different, or, oh my God, that looks like so much fun, I should do that. Give it 5 seconds and go do it. Because what happens after the 5 seconds is your brain kicks in. and takes it all away. And what your brain has learned is all of what society has taught it, of all the things, like I was saying before, that we shouldn't do, or we have to do. How to stay in line, how to follow the rules, how to go to a good school. You know, Rich is a plumber, he should be a plumber because that's what he knows and he shouldn't do anything else. And excuse my language, guys, that's bullshit. It's really bullshit. Because what happens on one day that he wakes up and says, I don't want to do this anymore? You know, get dirty, get under people's sinks and plunging and passing pipes. I just don't want to do that anymore, you know? And when Rich and I were having that pint in London, he was telling me that story that I don't want to do that anymore. You know, I was so happy for him that he acknowledged that and took that first baby step and went towards it. And what he clicked on was me. Okay? And I didn't care that it was me. I was so happy that he clicked on something. He went to listen to somebody and follow something to start to learn that you could do whatever you want to do, whatever you need to do, whatever you're passionate about. Find your purpose. And if you don't know what your purpose is, but you know you're not fulfilling it right now, start looking for it. Start looking on YouTube. Start getting out there. Go to the grocery store. Have a conversation with someone. Sit on a park bench. Say hello. Go see what the children are doing because they've got it right. Go watch the kids in the park. Again, not like some creepy old dude. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Okay? But just watch how children play. Because they don't have the same stresses. They don't have to bring home the bacon and, you know, feed the family and pay the bills and fix the things that are falling apart all over the house. They just get to play. And every time we go out and do that, like Mitch was saying before, when he was bungee jumping, when we're biking, when we're out there on the lake, when I'm barefoot and going 40 miles an hour on my feet with my adrenaline going, I don't think about all that shit. You know, what I think about is, oh my God, I want to be doing this all the time. So, you know, go find out what that is for you. Go get in that zone for yourself. You know, go lie on the floor and do 20 crunches now. And then all of a sudden when your body starts going, you know, and you raise that dopamine level and your adrenaline starts going up and the serotonin starts flowing and all of a sudden you feel better, lie back down, close your eyes and think about where you would be, who you would be, what you would be doing. And just really think about it and picture yourself as that person. And all we're here to do every week and all we're doing in our life, and that's why we're setting up our online business, because it will enable me to tell more of you guys that that's what you should be doing. And if you like that idea of either doing what you love or being able to spread messages, then maybe you should come learn about what we're doing. And if what you want to do, if you wake up and you're the opposite of Rich and you wake up one day and say, oh, I love water flow and I want to go and be a plumber, then go do that. It's not too late. Go and learn how. Go on YouTube and say, I want to learn how to do this. What are the first steps that I take? It's going to tell you. You're going to find people that are going to tell you and show you. That's the whole idea. Go be the best you possible. So Rich, what steps are you taking towards being the best you? What steps have you taken? Because I know it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It's just not.
Life's not easy. If it was easy, then, well, everyone would be doing it, wouldn't they?
So where are you at? Because I know you came in and then reality hit and then, you know, you're back in and that's so normal. We've done that. So just share a little bit of your experience. What have you gone through? The reality, though. Again, we're not selling anybody anything. I want to know the truth.
Listen, guys, I'm all right. I'm really happy right now. A few months ago, I was in a really deep, dark, horrible place where, like, I'll be honest, you know, I just wanted to give up. You know, working as a plumber for 10 years, basically being someone's bitch, like, you know, doing everything they want me to do, working my arse off, just to get told, oh, that you're not good enough, or You know, they always want more, don't they? Your boss always wants that little bit more out of you, and you're giving it your all. And I just run out of steam. And like Jordy mentioned, I actually came across his advert and signed up. And if I didn't do that, I honestly don't know where I'd be right now. I'd have had to go see a doctor. Like, seriously, my mental state was not great at all. And Jordy brought me into this amazing community. I've met so many amazing people. We've got Cordelia, we've got Mitch, and they've mentioned just there's so many people that make you realize how special you are as a person and how you are meant to help other people. And all of a sudden you find a passion in yourself that you never knew you had. And for me, I'm quite passionate now about making videos and editing videos. I'm actually in the middle of, well, nearly finished one, guys. I'm going to post it tonight, hopefully. Of a momentum day we went in February, and I love it. And one of my friends was saying, why are you doing this video for like everyone else to see it? And I was like, well, they're going to an event in America and I just want to get them buzzing for it. And
they said they were coming anyway.
Yeah. So there's someone talking there. So yeah, so that was me being happy. And on the other side, you learn all these amazing digital skills. You learn how the internet works, stuff that you think that you could never learn or understand. The system that SFM have got, they lay it out step by step. I'd say it's easy. They made it as easy as possible. But if you're struggling, you've got amazing support teams, you've got consultants. And if you were to sign up with Jordy and Mitch, you get the benefit of basically having live meetings, like one-on-one meetings with them. You know, it doesn't matter who you sign up with, you know, you get that benefit with that person. So I guess it's who your preference is. But honestly, guys, my life has changed. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, really.
I feel exactly the same, you know, like I joined in July last year and my life's totally changed as well. So many amazing people I've met along the way. And these guys, Mitch and Jordy, are amazing. But just being in their space every day has changed my life in a lot of ways too. But I wanted to interject here because we are actually at the end of our time here on this webinar. It's the end of time. But yeah, no, I just wanted to, you know, we've been talking for a while and it's been a great conversation, but I just wanted to maybe we could give opportunity to three people to ask a question. If anybody's got a burning question that they want to jump out and, you know, wondering what this means for you or like, you know, anything at all. No question is a silly question. So I think we should stay on a little bit longer just to answer these questions for you guys. And if nobody's got anything they want to ask, then that's cool too. But just pop your hand up so that we can see that you've got a question. Colin, hey.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a major question. It's one question, but for me, it's a major. Right, I work 5 days a week. Well, sorry, I work from Monday to Friday as a carpenter, but then I also work as a door security person on Friday nights and Saturday nights. Mm-hmm. And I really want to build something real for myself, but I'm just wondering how much time I'm going to need to build it. And at this moment, I really do need these two jobs. So yeah. I'm just hoping that I have enough, I could find at least a few hours or so. And if a few hours a day or a few hours, maybe even 5 hours a week would be enough to get started.
Can I answer this one, boys? Is that cool? Because this really speaks to me, this question. When I got started here, I was full-time nurse working 13-hour shifts and have 3 children, all under the age of 5 to look after as well, a demanding husband and a house to run. And life was just incredibly crazy. And it's the beginning part does take a little bit of time to get set up. You know, we're talking about building a website, learning a whole new topic, getting your head around, you know, marketing and messaging and all that stuff. And that's a steep learning curve. That is the part that takes a bit of time, but you can do that just on a couple of hours a day or an hour a day. It doesn't matter how many hours a day you have to contribute to that. What matters is consistency. That even if you do half an hour of study on this a day, if you stick to that and be consistent so that it's always fresh in your mind when you're going back to revisit that, you will keep moving forward at a decent pace. It's all about the baby steps. There are people that have come into this, quit their job, had 14 hours a day to just focus on this, and they haven't moved any faster. And the reason why is because the majority of the hours that they put into that was spent doing things that actually aren't getting them results, that were kind of like just extra stuff that they didn't really need to do. It wasn't 100% necessary. And I think when you do have a reduced amount of time, you really are focused in that time, and you've only focused on the things that are going to get you moving forwards. So you can totally do this around a full-time job or 2 full-time jobs. But what I would say is that just allow yourself the time to get started. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is building something sustainable that's gonna last for the rest of your life, or however long you want to run this business for. And it's not some get-rich-quick scheme. So, and I would also say, don't quit your job. Don't come into this thinking that, I'm going to get to quit my job and whatever. That job is going to help you and support you. It's great to be in a position where you're sitting on fire a little bit and you need to make this work quickly, but you don't want to get yourself into a position of panic or a situation like that. You want to be comfortable as you're going through this so that you make all the right decisions, and also so that you have a little bit of money to spend on a marketing budget if you want to do paid advertising as well.
Okay, thank you.
Colin, if I could just share one more thing as well. I don't know if you watch Gary Vee, but if you listen to Gary Vee, who I love to watch, he'll tell you it's all about your end goal, right? You have to envision what you're looking for in 2 to 3 years from now, okay? And what you're willing to put into today over the next 2 to 3 years, the hard work to get that kind of lifestyle, right? He was building a wine business. I don't know if you know his story or not, but he gave up for 5 years. He gave up his life. Now, a lot of people aren't prepared for that. And he talks to that. He said he gave up TV. He gave up going drinking with the boys. He gave up, even dating, because he wanted to build a business that would be sustainable for the rest of his life. And now, just you could go, look up Gary Vaynerchuk, and see he's probably close to a billionaire now, but he's definitely a multi-millionaire running a massive, massive corporation. I think 800 employees and stuff, building huge, is looking to buy NFL teams, NBA teams now. He's developing whole other avenue of his business because he realized by just, looking towards that goal of what he wanted to achieve and then putting the time, effort, manifesting everything into it, right? That's what he was able to achieve. Same thing with Arnold Schwarzenegger when he wanted to get in shape. How many hours he put in the gym, type of thing. Same thing with all successful business people. It doesn't come overnight. You got to put the time and effort in. And I know you're working 2 jobs. I have 8 businesses besides this one when I first started. Okay, 3 children, family. I had time. The only thing I had time for was the heart attack I was about to have because I was 60 pounds heavier than I am now. Right? And I'll just tell you one thing that was said to me that changed my life, and maybe it'll change someone else's life or your own. If you know the why, the how becomes very easy. So close your eyes and figure out, why do you want to develop that kind of lifestyle for yourself? Okay, figure it out. Whatever it is for you, Colin, that you're looking for in your life, if you know that reason why, the rest becomes very easy, because no amount of work that you put in will be too much for you, because you know that you've got that goal.
I have to add one little thing, Mitch, to what you're saying. I guess it's from a balance perspective or a holistic perspective, because the other thing that Mitch did at the same time that he's not mentioning, right? He's talking about Gary Vee gave up all those things in his life. Mitch gave up a lot of things in his life, but what he added to his life while he was balancing family and businesses and learning a new business and all these other things that he did, he was adding things that took care of him and his health. Okay, all of the balance. If you look around, like all the things we have to balance in our lives: health, family, romance, fun and recreation, you know, our spiritual life, financial life, all these things. He made sure to give time to having the fun. That's why we are the PlayAtLife Club. Okay, so that there was the playing, the fun, the playfulness, the love, the joy, the family, the friends, the social aspects. So when you're saying, Colin, go to, like, when we're saying to you, go to your 2 jobs, and like Cordelia said, fit in that hour or 2 hours a day if you have it, or on the days that you have it, and set a system for yourself. Make sure that Colin should be taking care of Colin also. If you need to interact with people, you need to get out and breathe the fresh air, you know, do some healthy stuff all at the same time so that you can be balanced. Otherwise, you're working too hard in one area and you're going to burn out. Like, that's what happens. So yes, it's doable, but make sure to give to everything, not just to that. And that goes to all of us. It's a really important thing we're learning, because sometimes we do really work really, really hard because we're so passionate at it. So, you know, got to do everything else too.
Thank you.
Hope that answers your question, Colin. We appreciate you coming out and being here.
Brilliant.
You, man. Thank you.
Thanks.
Anybody else have any other
I'd say
questions?
we've got time for one more question. Anybody?
Anyone? All right, if you're a little shy here, no problem. You also have our...
Oh, there's Galaxy S8 has got a question.
Yeah, we don't have your name.
Me?
Hey, yay.
Dixon.
Hey, Galaxy.
My name is Dixon.
Hey, Dick.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Okay. I just want to, I'm in Toronto.
Oh, yes, I got a phone call from you, and I returned the phone call, and we've been exchanging emails. How are you?
Fine. I didn't get the phone call. I didn't get it. I called it yesterday, so I didn't, probably it came as a missed call. I didn't know.
Yeah, no, I believe I got your voicemail, but no problem.
Yeah.
We can connect again afterwards. It's good to have you here. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. I wanted to know, like, what's the next step? Because for me to be here, I'm passionate about it. It's just that I don't know anybody within Canada that is doing it. So I'm happy that you guys are in Quebec. So,
Me, I'm here in Montreal. I'm here in Montreal.
Yeah, in Montreal. Oh, okay.
We have loads of Canadians. We had an event in Toronto a couple of years ago as well. Yeah. The SFM had an event in Toronto.
So what I want to know is, before I came, me personally, I'm passionate about online stuff because I don't want to be limited. One of the reasons I came in, because normally I read engineering and method building and construction. Not that I liked it, but I want to do something that I can do from any part of the world. I don't want to be restricted in a place because I just want to make money. So, and I know that the future is this. This is the future. So I don't want to be left behind. Being in the queue or being with you guys, I know it's going to give me insight. So it's not about, oh, well, maybe you're going to make the money now. No, but I know this is the future. If you don't connect now to me, I don't know what's going to happen in the next 5, 3, 10 years. So my question is, I know that there are things on the internet. There are the way you do it. There are some businesses you can do from any part of the world. What's the next step? What do we need to do now to get to start?
Awesome. That's a very good question. And the answer is basically what I'm going to, after this email, you'll get a link sent to your email address. And basically, hang on.
Thanks. Come wave to the people. Come wave.
Go ahead, Corky.
Sorry. So basically what I would suggest is that, like, the only way to really see what this is about is to check it out for yourself. Absolutely. Yeah, so what we're offering here is we're offering you an application process where you can submit an application. It costs $29.95. And what you get access to there is a business consultant that you'll be able to have one-on-one calls with to discuss this as an opportunity, whether it's going to be something that's going to fit into your life, whether it's something that you want to commit to. And and to just have a bit more of a deeper conversation that we're able to hear in terms of, you know, what it means for you. Then you get access to module 1, which has just been newly released by Stuart Ross. Really great module, goes really deep into, and will give you an understanding of what to expect here, what the training involves, and you know, what all this means in terms of affiliate marketing and other methods of, you know, creating an income stream online. And you'll also get access to the PlayAtLife Club members group, and you'll be able to join us on our weekly webinars, which are on Fridays as well. So all of that being like quite a good package of quite a good taster package where you get to meet people in the community on the webinars, you get to test out the training, you get to talk to a business consultant. And if at that point you decide that this isn't something that you want to continue with, then all you do is you just contact your business consultant and they'll refund you the money and you can be on your way.
Okay, I've got it. I've got what you said. So the first step is to register with the $29, right? So from there, we're going to take it up. Whatever you need to do, we'll be giving it to us like bit by bit. Is that the way it works?
Yeah, so there's 5 modules in total. But yeah, so what would happen is you submit your application, and then you expect a welcome call from one of the girls at the SFM to just welcome and orientate you. And then you'll start module 1, and then when you finish module 1, you'll have your call with your business consultant. Those are the next steps.
Do you guys have any representative in Toronto?
We don't. We do have like meetups for members that happen all around the world. We're a digital company in the sense that there isn't an office anywhere. Everybody that works for the SFM is location neutral. There isn't like people that are situated. We have like events at certain places. Like I'm in North Carolina right now. I've come here for an event that's on Saturday. And we have people located all over the world, but we don't have a face-to-face thing unless there's a meetup coming up in Toronto soon.
Okay, no problem. I'm okay. I'm cool with that. It's okay by me. It's the same thing when you miss. The most important thing is the information, right?
Yeah.
It's the information and that passion. I think is another word. Like when you're passionate about something, because I missed last week, you know, so I'm supposed to go to a place right now, but I have to wait because I'm passionate about learning about this stuff. That's why I'm waiting at home. I ought to have been out. So I'm happy to be part of the club. I just want to know that I'm a very good, I'm someone that is passionate about what you guys are doing, and I want to know what you do.
Excellent. Dixon, I just want to share with you, like I sent you in the email, there are usually, like Corky's in North Carolina, there's always one big company meetup in the eastern part of North America, usually around this time of year. Okay, last year, it was June last year, was in Toronto actually. This year it's in North Carolina, and they move it around. There's always meetups for the big company in the UK where we met Richard. Sometimes they go out to Australia because, as Corky said, it's a digital company from all around the world. There are also members have local meetups. Like I told you, there was just one last month in Toronto. So in the system in the community, we would introduce you to other people from around the area in Toronto. And the next time we have one in Montreal, you're welcome to join Montreal. Like we had one last Saturday where we met a whole bunch of people. So there's a couple
we have a couple of members here. We're having a meetup right now.
Hey guys. Hey boys, good to see you. So guys, we're going to wrap this up. If you have any other questions, just shoot me an email. You have my coordinates in the body of where you found the link for this webinar, or afterwards, Corky will send you a copy of the video as well as the application. If you so choose, you want to jump in and check out what Jordy, Corky, myself, Richard, those two crazy boys in the background are experiencing in their lives. And we'd love to continue to share with you. Thank you for being here. This is Mitch Jordan.
What's most important? Tell them, Mitch.
To get out and play it life, guys.
Get out there and play it life, people.
Honestly,
we're going to the U2 concert tonight.
And I'm about to go see my son
with
playing
my
football.
beautiful wife. We're going to dance. And
But whether you do this or you do something else, if there's one message that we could share with you, get out and do something you love to do, okay? Because that's what's most important in life. And if that's the message that we brought to you, then we've accomplished our jobs. So we want to wish you all an inspiring week. Thanks for being here. Corky, have an amazing event in North Carolina. Rich, great to see you. We're going to hook up directly together. Dixon, I will reply and I will call you back again. We'll hook up. Colin, thanks for jumping out. And all of you guys for being here. We appreciate it. Reach out. We're here for you. Have an inspiring week. Take care.
Bye.
See you.
Oh my God.